What's up? What's up? How goes it? Looks like we got today an Andy, Mad Moose. Welcome back, Mad Moose. Fat Butter. Fat Butter. What is up? I don't know. Unless you change your name. Are you a new viewer? If so, welcome. Dusty Impala. Big Cole. Ashers. What's up, Ashers? DJ. Elaine. What's up? Texas Panhandle. How was your guys' Wednesday night? Right? It is Wednesday, right? Okay, yeah, it is. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Me and Paco just chilling. We be vibing, stuff like that. What's up, Nick? We do have a brand new Nuke's Top 5, so that's cool. We're running out of content, but, at least we have one video tonight that will be worth it. What's up, Dakota? You're at work right now? You made brownies. You've been here a while, but you haven't caught a live stream yet. Sending love from New York. Well, thank you for that, Fat Butter. How's the good old New York? You want to get spooked? Oh, we're going to get some spooks in, for sure. I've never made brownies. I'm not a big fan of sweets anymore. Like, I don't eat candy or I especially don't like breaded things. Like anything that's too much bread, I don't like. Like a sandwich can have a bread on it, but it has to be more contents than the bread. That's how I look at it. Brownies, I probably will never eat one again in my life. But they're not the worst things. I know they're not breadish, but you know what I mean. They're stuff like that that's just sugary and sweet. That ain't mine. I like meat. I want meat. You made a new song on your channel. If you want to check it out, go ahead and link it to my. If you have my Twitter, DJ, link it there. Otherwise, link it to Discord, to like my DM. I was gonna say I was about to ask, are they fucking pot brownies or? I had a pot brownie once. Or no, it was a pot cookie. I don't know, but it did nothing. It did nothing to me. Savory food? That's a big word. Savory food, yes, it sounds delicious. I don't know what that means, but I think it means juicy and, like, a perfect meal would be a big old steak with some steamed broccoli right next to it. So good. CC's brownies are great. What the hell is a CC brownie like the brand? Dill is too strong for weed. I have tried weed like 3 different times, and the first time I injected the weed leaves into my arm, and I overdosed. About died. Bad deal. All right. The other 2 times I hit a bong. My first ever time was hitting from a bong, which went horribly wrong. I hated it. And I smoked a blunt, and neither of them got me high at all. At least I didn't feel high. I was already drunk at the time, so maybe that's why. But I was like, this is dumb. I'd rather drink. I like the feeling I get from being drunk. CC's CC's. They have brownies at CC's? I've never been to CC's. I just always figured it was some gross, like, cheap, like, very cheap. I don't know. Their restaurants are tiny, like, at least here, and they just seem like they're cheap, like a $5 pizza. That doesn't seem quality to me. But maybe they're good. I heard it's decent when you're drunk. That's how I was put, is it's a good pizza place when you're drunk. But, maybe it is. You smoked weed one day before your 12th birthday? Jesus. I didn't even start drinking or doing any kind of drugs or anything until like I was out of the house. Smoking is how your grandpa. Smoking's actually how my grandpa just died. Don't smoke. Yeah, if you can help it, don't smoke, man. It ain't worth it. Like, I mean, especially cigarettes. I mean, they're addictive. Like, weed isn't addictive. At least I don't think it is. But cigarettes, yeah, don't smoke cigarettes. That's just no good. No good. Cigars? Cigars are okay. Cigars are okay. I've had a few cigars. Well, let a few more people join in here. We're only on 11, so I like to usually wait till 20 and then we'll start. We'll get that video pulled up, though. Smoked for 50. That's pretty impressive, though. Usually people don't even smoke that long before they die. It's no good. I'm going to put a tweet out. Maybe a few of the people shall see it. There we go. I made a threat on Twitter, so now people have to join. Threaten Serena. That's my go-to. Come join the live stream, or I will throw a box of baby mice at Serena. I mean, how can you not join it then? Thank you, Ash. You have a podcast recommendation. I will say before you give I don't watch podcasts because they bore. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a podcast. Like, my best friend, one of my best friends, is a podcast fanatic. Fucking dude would rather listen to podcasts than music, like on a car ride. Podcasts to me are so boring. There's like, and like, I can watch podcast clips now, but sitting down and listening to a podcast, I won't do it. I won't. Like, it's just like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, what are you supposed to do with your hands or your legs? Or, like, when you're listening to a podcast? I don't know. But you can give me the recommendation. I'll hear you out. Hey, what's up, Grinch? No worries, man. I understand. You just sleep or game to podcast. See, when I'm gaming, I have to have full attention to my game. Because otherwise it takes away from this experience for me. I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that, I guess. Smoking a cigar after a nice steak meal is good. Yeah, it's kind of like the topper. I do like cigars. Cigars are nice. You have a weekly podcast, and I hate. Yeah, it's the same thing. I could talk on a podcast, but I would never watch my own podcast ever. I've been on podcasts before, and it's not bad being on a podcast, like doing it. But me listening to podcasts won't do it. It's too boring. I mean, they could be unless they were talking about. They had a guy on there that's talking about he saw an alien, and he got to intermingle with an alien. Maybe in a street brawl. I would listen to it maybe then, but it'd still be hard. Blurry photos. Kind of stuff that we talk. Nice. What's up, Logan? A couple more people and then we're going to start. What's up, Danny? I missed you there, sorry. Yeah, that's the thing, is they are easy content to get out. I mean, it does take up time, because usually they're an hour or so at least, but they are easy content, yeah. And they're entertaining. Like, podcasts are a big thing for most people. Most people do like them. Most people fuck with podcasts. I'm the one guy that doesn't. I hate them. But like I said, I will watch like Joe Rogan clips, like just the 4-minute clips, where it's just like I'm watching a 4-minute video. I don't know. Maybe it's my brain that's like dumb as shit, and it just doesn't like the attention span. Like you have to sit down and just stare at us. I don't know. I don't know. While you work on it, see, I'm different. Like if I'm working on something, I like music. Music to me just makes me zone out and just go put my head down and fucking work if I'm working on something. Otherwise. Like there, like or a guy I work with, he'll listen to another thing I don't get is comedy, stand-up comedy. Dude, I can't stand stand-up comedy. It's not funny to me most. I mean, sometimes kind of, but not really. It's just not my. It doesn't make me laugh. You will never. I bet you cannot find one piece of stand-up comedy that will make me sit there and laugh, like genuinely laugh. I doubt you could. I just doubt you could. You could probably start a podcast deal. Yeah, but I technically do. I technically have one episode of a podcast that me, Ryan Tremblay, and Dakota Warren did. You can find it on my channel if you go down in videos. You'll find it. And that was fun. I enjoyed doing it, but I would never. I can't even listen to it back. I'm like, ugh. Start a podcast and have fans call in. That would be. I always like. I've done the fan calling thing so many times, and it's always like, I'll click in, and they're never ready. Like, the mic never works, and you're sitting there with an awkward silence. So I probably won't ever do fan calls again, because it never, ever works. No one's mic ever works. And I'm like, I've done it, like, probably, 5 or 6 times at least now, maybe more. We used to do the one question go thing or whatever. But every time I'd click on someone's name and bring them in Discord, silence. Okay, I'll come back to you. Then the next guy, silence. Okay. Stand-up comedy isn't funny. They try too hard to make... Yeah, I mean, some comedians are funny. It's just, I don't laugh. I guess, I don't know. It takes a lot... I have a dark humor, I guess. That's probably where my humor is dark humor. I like seeing people fuck up and get hurt or something. That would make me laugh a little bit easier, but... I don't know. Stand-up comedy, and maybe there is something out there that would make me laugh, but I... Like Kevin Hart, for example... is not funny to me. I think his acting is more funny than his actual comedian. You know, his stuff. Like, his acting is alright. Like, it's kind of funny, but it won't actually make me laugh. Like, I can find something funny, but I won't laugh. Ever. Dark humor, yeah. Dark humor is the best. I think we're going to start here. We got 23. Pamela is here. Well, what's up, Pamela? Dave Chappelle's pretty funny. I've heard people say Dave Chappelle's funny. Everyone at my work talks about Dave Chappelle. And I don't know. I just, like that and Saturday Night Live, I don't know. Yeah, I do have a Discord server. Otherwise, you could DM me on Twitter, which would honestly be easier because I don't have notifications turned on for Discord, because otherwise it's the most annoying notification sound, and it'll just frustrate me. But if you go to my channel, there is a link. Actually, let me just find it here. I got it pulled up right here, anyways. You can DM me on Twitter if you would like, which is that link right there. Yeah, I won't watch sit-down comedy either. 700 million is what Kevin has made not being... Yeah, exactly. Dude is fucking stacked. He's loaded. I like Kevin Hart, but I just don't, like... I think he's funny in the sense that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think he is funny, but he's not funny to me, if that makes sense. I don't know. I understand that he is funny, and, like, his movies and stuff are kind of funny. Like, some of them. They're kind of funny, like... But it'll never make me laugh, I don't think. Alright, we're going to start. We're going to get a Nuke's Top 5 video going here. We got a 23 banger here. 23-minute banger. Oops. Oh, if you want to know comedy that would make me laugh, I just thought The Office. The Office, the TV show, that was fucking hilarious. And I never even watched it on Netflix. I just watched YouTube clips of it. But I watched the whole show basically off just clips. That show is fucking funny. That's brilliant humor. That is. And I've heard Trailer Park Boys is fucking funny, and I also think I would like that. You try some old Jim Carrey stand-up. It's actually super dark, and he has that happy go. Jim Carrey, he's all right. He's weird as fuck. He weirds me out. I don't know if you've seen him recently, but he's weird. The dude went down like a weird rabbit hole. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I haven't ever. I didn't even know he did stand up. To be honest with you, makes sense though. All right, I gotta finish my water before we start because otherwise it's not safe. Parks and Recreation. Is that the one with the guy where he's obsessed with meat and hates vegans? Because that is funny. I do love my meats. What's up, Coco? How you doing? I hate how YouTube fucking censors every person that says a fucking a swear word. YouTube. It's irritating. I got mods in here now, so now I can approve comments. So if you ever type a comment and it doesn't show up, it's because you probably used fuck, shit, bitch, or something like that, and it just automatically hides it, and it's stupid. I don't know why it does that, but it's not because I'm ignoring you. All right, we're gonna start. Super Troopers, yeah, Super Troopers.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok user Alicia Nguyen is alone in her bathroom to record a TikTok video when she captures something truly terrifying.
He's got a wife beater on. She's in trouble.
While Alicia switches back and forth from her reflection to herself, what looks to be the figure of a child appears behind her.
Did I cut my hair? I did not know.
Just as quickly,
but I want to. I want to cut my hair.
Alicia has no idea who or what the mysterious figure could have been. So is it a ghost? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. TikTok user Bailey is the operations manager of an old theater that dates all the way back to the early 1900s. Bailey claims that the theater is extremely haunted, with strange sightings and unexplained voices occurring on a daily basis. Now, for security reasons, Bailey decided not to share the name of the theater on TikTok. But after some digging, I was able to find the name and the location of the theater.
You got a reward?
However, I will respect Bailey's wishes and I won't share it here. But I do think it's worth noting that the theater has a very haunted past. People believe the theater's founder, who passed away 60 years ago, haunts the Playhouse to this day, still looking after his theater. One night when Bailey is alone in the Playhouse, he captures something horrifying.
Alright guys, so I work at this old theater and been hearing a noise.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful theater, as you can see, if you can see it at all. But I keep hearing a noise in here and there's not supposed to be anybody here, so just double checking, but I wanted to film it just in case. There's the ghost light. It's a light we keep on for ghosts, for people who still remain here and whatnot, and what the f***? What is that?
What? I don't see shit.
Hold on, let me get a better look.
The creepy figure of a man wearing a suit can be seen in the theater's own
I don't
private
know.
balcony. Bailey says he's the only one who has access to the area where the apparition can be seen, So no one could have been up there.
It seems too good to be true.
So could this be the ghost
So when
of the
it's too good to be
theater's
true,
founder still wandering
usually
around
is,
and
right?
keeping an eye on the place? Let me know what you think. In this next video, TikTok user Saleha Ileana is hanging out in the attic with her friend when something
don't get my hair.
terrifies them.
I'll still keep it long, but
No, I'm not even bullshitting you. No, oh my god!
oh, I can never be with someone that's freaking out like that.
Why isn't she answering? She's in there. I'm gonna be so mad. She's not in there.
Calm down.
I can't. It's
God.
I'm so scared. Mom! It's like a horror movie. Answering. It's probably her mom. She was just messing with us for a long amount of time. It scared the shit out of me. Let's throw something at it. What? What the fuck? Oh my god! No, it's not. Why was it knocking? It was completely closed. Like I shut it. Like it closes with the lock. Saleha, I'm shaking. Mom.
Saleha is trying to call her mom on her phone while simultaneously screaming out for her as a door in the attic seems to open on its own. Saleha and her friend are terrified and
I love
have
the
no
completely
idea what
inaccurate fucking whiff of a throw.
to be opening the attic door. She posted her creepy encounter on TikTok, and the video went.
If this was a real like person coming through here, right? So there's this big support beam up here. I'd jump up and grab it, pull myself up and kick the motherfucker in the chest so hard that his heart would stop. Okay, and he would die. That's just what I would do. Simple. It's just simple house defense 101. I mean, don't make it harder than it has to be.
Simultaneously screaming out for her.
What's up,
as
Haya?
the door in the attic seems to open on its own. Saleha and her friend are terrified and have no idea what could be opening the attic door. She posted her creepy encounter on TikTok, and the video went viral. Then, 4 days later, she's in the attic again, this time all alone.
So I told my mama about the demon that went booga booga, and then I got really scared, so she told me I'm not allowed to go to the attic because she's scared. She got freaked out. And so I went to go take a shower. I got out of the shower. She's sleeping, so now it's time to go to the attic.
Oh my god!
Her hair doesn't even look wet.
Don't be scared. 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 So it turns out there's a fucking raccoon in my attic. My mom got it out.
So, the terrifying demonic creature from hell, after all, was a raccoon. Saleha's TikTok viewers have mixed reactions to this comical explanation.
I don't see how that's a raccoon.
Because sure, a raccoon can tip over a box, but can a raccoon swing open an attic door the way it did in her first video? Many viewers believe that it still could have been something paranormal.
I think I don't know. I feel like it's almost like a way to throw people off and make them think it's real by saying, "Oh, it's just an animal. It's explainable." And people are gonna be like, "Oh, there's no way that's an animal. It's such a ghost now. We know it's a like." I don't know. I feel like it's a misdirection, an intended misdirection to make people. Because you know how people usually you say one thing and no, he's lying. It's the other way around. They don't believe you. I feel like this is fake. I think it's faked, all staged.
But what do you
see
think? Can a
I
raccoon
see through your lies.
A dangerous obsession. Russian YouTuber Dennis from the YouTube channel Dark Ghost received a strange message from a woman who had seen several of his videos. She explains that her son was very much into the paranormal. He had a large collection of ghostly pictures and paintings and was obsessed with trying to understand the afterlife. After his grandmother passed away, he saw the perfect opportunity to establish contact with her at her home. He left his mother's house with the intention of staying at his deceased grandmother's place for a few days. A week later, his mother got an alarming phone call from her son. In great distress, he explained that objects in the house were moving on their own, and he could hear the angry, threatening voices of both of his deceased grandparents. Before his mother had time to make sense of his call,
see you, DJ. Thanks
the
for tuning
line
in.
went dead. Soon after, her son's lifeless body was found on the street outside his grandmother's home. He had passed away from a heart attack.
Jesus.
The woman is now absolutely devastated and is trying to find an explanation for her son's untimely passing. Dennis travels to the grandmother's home to investigate. During the day, he sets up cameras in the home to record while he's preparing for his nighttime investigation. While he's away, the cameras capture something very disturbing.
Okay, you know what? I don't honestly know how you would fake this. That seems real to
A
me.
strange shadow figure crosses the room, and soon after, the whole house begins to shake violently.
You can't just like
Even more
shake your house.
compelling, if you look closely, this is not simply a camera trick. Objects throughout the entire room can actually be seen vibrating. When Dennis returns to start his nighttime investigation, he has no idea what his cameras have captured. As he's about to turn his cameras back on to record, this happens.
Так, ладно, пойду устанавливать камеры. Сейчас включу эту. Вот, то ли за этой стенкой грохот, либо комод.
Some crusty ass wallpaper.
Либо шкаф, все грохочет, я не понимаю, либо комод. Опа.
Dude, if that demon can make a fucking house shake, I don't know. I'd be a little nervous at that point.
Походу здесь сейчас камеру не буду
Like,
устанавливать.
I don't think that's a ghost. I think that's a
Просто
fucking
попробую на
demon.
вспышку.
After Dennis hears a loud bang and watches as the cabinet door moves on its own, he decides to take his investigation a step further,
I think
turning off all the lights,
it could just be a raccoon, to be honest, or a weather balloon. It's one of the two.
leaving only one dim red light to illuminate his video. He goes through some cabinets and drawers and finds some creepy pictures that were most likely left behind by the woman's deceased son. The son is said to have collected strange and allegedly paranormal photos from the internet. As Dennis is looking through the photos, things take a terrifying turn.
What in the shit? Is that Abraham? Abraham Lincoln? I couldn't handle that. I can't handle footsteps that are walking towards you. No. Nope.
Реально сейчас шаги были.
I don't do footsteps. I don't do footsteps. What's up, Eli Buckmaster? I don't know. I don't know that this is fake. This look to me. This seems real. I'm gonna say real in this one. How do you fake shaking the house? Unless it's like the house
A
is
loud
sitting on
bang
something.
startles
I don't-
Dennis, and now frozen with fear, he stares into the darkness at what sounds like heavy footsteps seeming to come closer and closer. Now
What the
very
fuck?
creeped out, he decides to simply put the photos back into the drawer and end his investigation. So could the terrifying activity in the house be the spirits of the woman's son?
I don't know.
and his
I
grandparents?
I wouldn't say that pictures don't seem
Or
fake to me. I think
Is it something more dark and sinister?
I just don't know how you fake
Let
that
me know
fucking
what
house
you
shaking.
think
Unless
in
there's
the
an earthquake
comments.
nearby that just happens to
To
go
watch
off. Like, I don't
Dennis's
know.
full investigation, you can check out his YouTube channel,
I say real.
Dark Ghost.
And if it is a fake, it's a well done fake, and I applaud it.
If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Art of Fear. Mason Kratz of Redcliffe, Australia recently renovated an old 1930s warehouse that had been sitting empty for over 25 years. Mason converted the old warehouse into an art studio / bar called Arts and Drafts. Basically, customers can paint a picture and have a cold one at the same time. Mason says that since he began renovations on the 1930s warehouse, he has seen and heard many odd things around the old building. But being a skeptic, he has always just dismissed the strange occurrences. That is until late one night around 2 a.m. The Arts and Drafts studio is closed for the night. Mason is working late, all alone in the building, when he experiences something downright terrifying.
So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been working in the studio, and the last couple of nights I've been hearing really creepy sounds. I've been hearing footsteps and like seeing things out of the corner of my eye. Now this is a really big old building, and so that's got me a little bit freaked out. But the top of it was just a few minutes ago, I was going to the bathroom and I was standing in the stall, and I swear someone grabbed the back of my shoulder while I was standing there, and I freaked out. So if something happens, I want to have it on video.
Stealing his nerves, Mason had...
Already, I think this guy is legit, because when you can... facial expressions and eyes usually give away someone that's lying or trying to script something in their head. And he's like constantly looking over at something, like he's genuinely like has fear in his eyes, and he isn't just walking there talking like, yeah, this is me in my haunted building, you know, I've seen creepy shit all night, just like trying to play it up for the camera. He seems genuinely freaked out and nervous. I think so far, he's either really fucking good at acting or it's legit.
Back upstairs to check out the area where he had his chilling encounter, filming as he goes.
So this is where I was. I was standing right there. The lights are in the bathrooms, of course. Hello?
Hello, mate. Oh, shit.
Hello?
Don't call out this.
Alright, I think I'm...
Don't call out to something that you would not want a response from. You know what I mean? Why? Why do people say hello? Hello? What are you gonna do if it says hi back? You're gonna fucking shit your pants. That's what you're gonna do. Alright, don't say hi. You don't want to hear anything back.
I think I'm done. I think I've had about enough for today.
Did you see it? Mason doesn't notice, but right before he ends the video, a face with glowing eyes can be seen at the end of the hallway.
That's gross.
And it seems to be staring directly at him. What makes the footage even creepier is the fact that the face appears 10 to 15 feet above a staircase.
Holy shit, yeah, it does.
No one or nothing could have been standing up there.
And you can see how far it is. I think it was looking around this edge. And there's nothing to stand on.
Mason Kratz has never caught anything paranormal on camera and is not even a believer in the supernatural. But this experience just might have changed his mind. The Night Visitor. At the Masonic Cemetery in Las Cruces, New Mexico, grieving families began to notice something very disturbing. Decorations and toys that were placed at the graves of their loved ones started to go missing. One of the families decided to set up a hidden trail camera in a tree to capture pictures of whoever was stealing the grave decorations. Instead, they caught something truly bizarre. When they checked the trail camera, they found strange, unexplainable images of a small girl wandering around the cemetery in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Worried that the girl might be lost, they showed the pictures to the cemetery staff. The workers were shocked to their core. They said they knew who the small girl was, and then led the family to the nearby grave of little Fabiola Gonzalez. The next day, they showed the pictures to the young girl's mother, Sandra Gonzalez. The grieving mother burst into tears. Sandra says that she immediately recognized her deceased young daughter, Fabiola. She said that she had no doubt that it was her daughter.
That's creepy.
Even in the grainy photo, she said she could still instantly recognize her little girl.
Better yet, whose grave is that? Isn't that like a big thing to know? Why is she looking at that grave? Whose is that? Is that hers? I don't know.
From her hair to her clothes and even her shoes. Sandra Gonzalez shared the photos on her Facebook page to raise awareness about her daughter's tragic passing. And I highly recommend that you read more about Fabiola's very sad story over on Sandra Gonzalez's Facebook page, Obey Sandrizi. The Hospital of Shadows. Over on the popular Mexican YouTube Urbex channel Terror al Extremo, Luis Manuel Mote and his crew explored the abandoned Gonzalo Castaneda Hospital in Mexico City, Mexico. The hospital has been abandoned for 9 years after it was announced that the whole building could possibly collapse at any time. The property has been left in a state of decay. Curious explorers who dare to enter the building say that they have heard strange and unexplained sounds, and some claim to have seen the terrifying apparition
That one hit the
of
feelings.
a young girl wandering the halls.
Weird, ain't it?
As the Terror al Extremo team explores the creepy abandoned hospital, it seems like they might not be alone.
No mames. ¿Qué fue, güey? Mira, yo soy mi hermano. Mira. Mira. ¿Sí estás viendo eso, yo?
Sí, aquí se alcanza a ver bien la mano.
Mira.
Como una especie de dedos.
Those are
As
raccoon
the
paw
Terror al
prints.
Extremo team climbs a dangerous staircase, a heavy door falls over on its own. Even creepier, the door appears to be covered in bizarre small handprints. It's almost as if someone or something tried to shove the door over onto the team as they were walking there only moments earlier. Throughout their investigation, they keep hearing strange, unexplained sounds, but they are unable to identify the source. Then they hear something again and go to check it out. And they see something.
YouTube staff.
Ah, ¿sí lo viste? No inventes, güey.
¿Qué pasó?
Era algo así como... Traspasó el muro, güey.
Lewis and his team claim that they see some dark shape actually walk right through a brick wall, but they're too late to capture it on camera. However, at the exact moment they see the figure, a strange moan can be heard very close to the camera.
Definitely raccoon screech or something.
¿Sí lo viste?
Now, the team investigates the entire building, but they don't seem to be able to capture very much on camera. At least, that's what they thought. When they upload the video to YouTube, viewers of the Terror al Extremo channel spot some very creepy moments that the ghost hunters missed. In this scene, Lewis and cameraman Yanni are discussing the garbage and litter strewn around the room. But then, this happens.
Güey, como que de atrás. Como que este lado lo ocupan más así como... No sé, ¿no? Como casa, refugio de varios...
Oh, I see a shadow behind him.
Did you see it? As the camera pans towards Lewis, a bizarre shadow figure can be seen walking by the doorway, right behind him. Both Lewis and cameraman Mitchell don't notice the figure as it walks past them not once, but twice. But it gets even creepier. When they reach the rooftop of the abandoned hospital, they find what appears to be a broken down small storage area. Heavy pieces of air conditioning equipment block the entrance, making it impossible for them to go inside. So instead, they quickly film the inside of the storage space before leaving to go back downstairs. What their camera captures is downright chilling.
I don't know that I want to be standing right next to the edge of this building. Guardrails. Ghost. Demon.
Está muy chiquito el lugar, ¿no?
Sí, está.
Bueno, como podemos ver ahí, son como nada más como turbinas, ¿no, güey? Así de los que... Ajá.
Oh, there's something standing there.
Bueno, pues aquí no hay nada.
How do you not see that?
Es puro de aire acondicionado o turbinas, algo así, no sé qué sea. Pero bueno, ¿no te vayas a caer, millón?
No, no, no.
Vámonos.
Chale, para abajo.
A shadowy, mysterious figure seems to be
I don't know.
staring at them from the darkness.
It doesn't seem fake
But
to me
they
necessarily,
don't
but it
see
doesn't
it.
really seem real either. I'm kind of like on the
They
fence.
simply
like, nah.
decide to end their exploration and head
I don't know
back
how you don't see that
downstairs.
though. Like how?
But what do you think this could be? Is something haunting the creepy hospital? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? As always, you decide.
True, it could easily be a guy in a robe. I mean,
You can watch the full video over on the YouTube channel, Terror Al Extremo. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter where I post channel updates, extra videos, and sometimes I just kinda ramble on there.
okay. Where is Paco? He's right behind me. There's Paco. What's up, Alex? The thing I don't get is like, okay, so if there's an afterlife, which I believe there is some form of an afterlife. I think that we can't comprehend it, so we don't even have an idea of what it is. But I think there is something. If there is an afterlife, why the fuck do we have so much evidence of ghosts? Do you have to like do a trial run before you can go to heaven? Like, hey, yeah, you got a 30-day trial you have to get so many spooks in before you can come here. You know, you got to scare the fuck out of 18 people before you're even allowed. And that's the, what do you have to do? I don't get it. It's weird to me. But yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna check out Mr. Nightmare and see if he's got any other videos where he does like top fives. Because Mr. Nightmare has one of the best scary voices I think there is on the internet. I'm gonna click on this video here and see if this is the one I'm thinking of or no.
I'm a rookie cop currently working the night shift. I'm just a normal patrol officer conducting traffic stops and responding to basic 911 calls. 2 nights in a row last week, I was called to the same house. Dispatch had called me to check out the house as someone had dialed 911 and hung up. The house was a couple miles from me, in my patrol zone. I arrived to the house quickly and turned up the dirt driveway through the trees onto the property. The house was dark, no lights on, no cars, nothing.
I think this is the one actually.
Police officers have always gotten a bad rap for their authority over us, which is very often abused. However, The police are the first ones to get called into action whenever trouble arises, and they'll no doubt see some disturbing stuff. Here are 4 haunting stories of former police officers. Number 4. I was a cop for 30 years. I retired at the age of 50, so of course I had some weird calls. But I'll never forget the night that me and my partner Steve were called to respond to a domestic abuse report. The call was made by a neighbor. These calls were never really a big deal. It usually gave us something to do during the night. Not that I enjoyed dealing with couples fighting and all that stuff. So we arrived at the house. I still vividly remember the address, and I remember the door was left wide open. The second we stepped inside, the strong scent of marijuana filled our lungs. It was everywhere. Not just marijuana, though. There was the strong smell of chemicals, which we assumed was either meth or cocaine. We made our presence known by asking for the couple to come out into sight. A thump from the upstairs gave away their position. Steve had his hand on his holster, ready to pull his gun. But me? I wasn't nervous yet. Steve told me to move quietly up the stairs. We normally listen to each other, so I humored his paranoia. There were 3 doors, 2 open and 1 closed. The closed door led in the direction where the thud in the ceiling was. I banged on the door before swinging it open myself. The smell was the first thing we noticed, then the body. The body was very obviously rotted. We knew even in the dark. We pulled our guns. Steve turned on the light. I told him to scan that room while I scanned the rest of the house. I was shaking all over now. I hated my job at that moment. I wanted to run back to the car and leave, for I was sure I could die at any moment. I found my hand to be stuck on the doorknob until I finally had the balls to turn it and push the door open with force. I turned the light on, but there was nobody inside. It was a disturbingly tiny room. No windows and no furniture, except for a dirty old cot. Steve suddenly screamed, and I rushed across the hall to see what was going on. There was some shirtless guy laying flat above one of the dressers in the room. We had him at gunpoint, yelling at him to come down, when something grabbed my ankle and tried to pull me to the floor. There was a hand coming from under the bed. I stomped on the arm with my other foot and pulled out a frail, trashy-looking woman who was obviously baked. I cuffed her and Steve cuffed the man. We were on our way outside with the 2 crazies screaming at us, but we had one final surprise coming. Some psycho from upstairs started screaming, charging at us down the stairs with a knife raised in the air. Steve reacted just fast enough to save my ass by 2 seconds, shooting the guy dead. This was a crack house. Somehow none of the neighbors could smell anything suspicious. The dead woman on the bed was killed by the man of the 2 we caught, who admitted to killing her due to lack of payment. The man was sentenced to life without parole. The woman was sentenced to 30 years. Steve says he never felt bad about what he did.
The smell of a body is one of the gnarliest smells. I don't know if I told you guys Sunday, we had to get rid of a dog. This was Friday. And I don't know what kind of, it was a Great Dane, or it was a big fucking dog. And this dog had been hit by a car and thrown into a ditch for 4 days in the Iowa summer. And it's been baking. I mean, it's been in the fucking heat. And so the owners wrap it in a tarp and bring it in. Actually, they wrap it in like a cloth or something and then a tarp. So they bring it in, and the guy that runs our pet center couldn't get the body out from the tarp, because you can't burn the tarp in a cremate, otherwise it's just black smoke or whatever. So we have to get the body out, and so we have to hold the tarp and get this body of this corpse of a dog out. And the smell, I'm not kidding you, you get, I'd say 50 yards away you can smell it. 50 yards away, half a football field away, you can smell this fucking thing. And it's to the point where I didn't have a mask on or anything. I didn't cover my nose up. I just kind of fucking went in there and did it. But it was overwhelming. The smell of death is horrible. Oh my god. And I was fine at first. It was after I was in there for about 4 or 5 minutes, I started to feel myself starting to gag. But I was like, fuck it. And I have a pretty strong stomach. But it was when a ball of maggots came rolling down my fucking glove. And it was like a ball of fucking, they were surrounded a piece of, I don't know what it was, a meat or pussy garbage shit from the dog. But it was vile. And I can only imagine what a human body, I've never smelled a human body rotting bad. but that would probably be 10 times worse. Let me see here. Well, the mask, it was really only, I mean, there was, I mean, it was just a smell. It wasn't like I was going to contract COVID from a dog just by being around it, unless it was breathing or something like that. But even a mask would not have helped with the smell. It would have been pointless. It would have been, ugh. I feel like a mask almost could have made it worse. But it was pretty fucking bad. Let's see here. I'm looking at Scare Theater. I'm looking for something that's stream friendly and that's interesting, like an interesting topic. I mean, I don't like doing like random like cold cases or stuff like that as much because it's, I don't know, people don't really come here for that, which is what I'm seeing a lot of, is missing people and murder cases. Is there like aliens or anything on this channel, or? I see a cryptid sightings, okay. I'm gonna go shut my cat up because she keeps fucking pawing at the litter box. Knock it off.
As you may know, I've covered many cryptids on this channel before, but I want to try out something new. Instead of focusing on just one cryptid, I want to try to...
What is that? The fuck is that, a pink alligator? What in the shit is this thing? The Carney Island monster. What in the fuck?
To focus on 3 creatures in one video. The main difference here will be that for each creature, I'll be focusing on one particular sighting. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of the new series. With that, we'll begin.
Yeah, if it ain't cryptid or alien related, I'm probably not gonna play it.
Take a look at this picture. What does it look like to you? A demon? Mothman? Something else?
Looks like a tree.
On January 1st, 2017, someone named Richard Christensen...
I'm pretty sure, by the way, just side note, I'm pretty sure I've seen this picture before, and I'm pretty sure this is debunked, I thought.
...posted this picture on Facebook and wrote, "What the hell do you see in this picture for reals? Anybody?" Christensen claims the picture was taken on the south side of Tucson, Arizona at 7:48 p.m. on New Year's Day. Since posting this, over 100,000 people have seen the image, and a lot of people have differing opinions on what is actually being seen. One person said this was a frontal line demon, whatever that's supposed to mean. Other people who agree with the theory that it is a demon think this is some sign of end times.
A demon.
The theory's
A
getting
demon,
easier than
motherfucker!
that.
There's no D!
Remember that last video I made about CERN? Well, some people think this demon came from a portal that CERN opened. Then there were others who believe this is Mothman, another cryptid I've talked about on this channel that originated in West Virginia.
I don't think it's Mothman.
There's also a much simpler theory. that has
Mothman
been
don't stand around
proposed
looking
here.
for pictures.
Some say this isn't a demon or any other mythical being, but actually it's a palm tree. At first, I was a little skeptical of that, but if you really look, it actually does seem like it could just be the silhouette of a slightly misshapen palm tree.
It literally looks like a palm tree. I'm not saying... Like, I understand the shape. It looks like it has 2 legs, but it's just two different things of a palm tree. I don't know. I thought someone debunked this. I swear to God I saw something about it. I can't really remember, but I remember seeing something. Anyways. I don't know. I feel like it'd be too good to be true to just... Oh, there was just a giant angel demon standing there. I thought I'd just snap a quick pic, you know? Like...
Especially because if you look to the left of the image, there does seem to be a palm tree slightly in the shot. so we know there were definitely palm trees in the area. Honestly, that's what I'm guessing. Snopes ended up contacting Richard Christensen to ask if he took the picture. He said that he was not the one who took the picture, and that he found it at Goodwill. I'm not really sure how he was able to know the date, time, and location of the picture if he just bought it at Goodwill.
Yeah, no kidding.
But maybe all that information came with the picture when he bought it or something like that. Believe it or not, this actually...
Wait, people bring in pictures to Goodwill to sell? What? You can bring in just a random image of a potato and someone buys that. It's a nice image of a fucking potato sack of potatoes. I think I will buy this. How much, sir, for this picture of packed potatoes? Who the fuck buys one single picture? I don't know.
Actually is not the first time that Richard Christensen was involved with some type of viral media. In 2015, he found a cat trapped next to a fence on a freeway that he recorded himself rescuing. After the cat was treated, he adopted it and posted its progress online for everyone to see. Personally, water cryptids are the scariest to me, just because I find the ocean itself pretty scary.
What's up, man, Moose?
Some common water cryptids are the Loch Ness Monster, Nessie, and versions of it from other areas like Bessie from Lake Erie and Tessie from Lake Tahoe. Well, there may possibly be another water creature like this lurking in Alaskan waters.
This one was also debunked as ice on logs.
So take a look at this. Someone from the Bureau of Land Management in Alaska took this video and posted it online. And at first, it had a lot of people confused.
I also thought there's no way logs move like a snaky pattern, but they explained it in a way, and they actually showed footage of other logs doing this, so I guess it is just logs with ice on top of them, and they just look like... But also think about it, okay, if clearly there's ice on it. If it was a fucking water serpent, why would it be on the surface for that long where it collects ice and snow? Does that make sense? It doesn't. It'd be submerged. Like, it would only come up for air every once in a while, or it'd come up to the surface to hunt for a little bit, but it wouldn't be sitting up there for hours and hours to collecting ice.
The only thing we can really see clearly is the ice floating in the water. We know that this ice has to be attached to one entity, since the ice is following itself. The question is whether or not the ice is attached to a living thing. In this video, we can see something beneath it, but it's still really difficult to tell what it is. This eventually made its way to the news, and they were just as confused, discussing what they thought this could have been.
So my first thought would be a sturgeon.
Yeah.
But sturgeons dwell at the bottom of lakes.
It looks like an alligator, which we know it isn't. They don't live
It does look like an alligator,
but it looks like
yeah.
a cold water alligator.
Some theories people had about this were that it was a sturgeon, a bull shark, or even a salmon. The only issue with that is that ice would not be able to stick to a live fish. So we were still left with no answer as to what this was, until this whole thing finally got debunked. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game took a look at this footage and came to the conclusion it was most likely a piece of rope with ice stuck to it, making its way down the river.
Oh, was it rope?
That would explain why the ice is following itself like this.
I thought it was logs, but either way.
I think this next cryptid is the most captivating one. I've heard of several flying cryptids before, including my favorite one, the Thunderbird, but I've never seen anything like this before.
I have fought the motherfucking Thunderbird. Go check out the cryptid story time. Cryptid story time. I fought the Thunderbird. Serena fought... The fuck did she fight? I don't think Serena did a damn thing in that episode. I did all the fucking work. I fought the Thunderbird, and then Caterpillar Man seduced me. Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
I'll just show you the entire video of the sighting because it's only 11 seconds.
Now that looks like an advanced weather balloon, if you ask me.
So I have no idea what that is, but it looks almost like some type of squid in the sky or something like that. The person who posted this video did provide some information about it. They said this happened in Arcadia, California on February 2nd, 2017. The creature in the sky didn't move at all. It just stayed there in place, as we can see. They first noted this at around 12 o'clock noon and kept checking up on it until 9 or 10 o'clock that night.
When is the next Cryptid Wars coming? I need him to make another one. The first one did
They went
so
to sleep,
bad in
and the next
views,
morning
though,
it was gone. Finally, they said it was extremely big and extremely high up in the sky. They go on to rule out some explanations.
Kite.
based
It could
on
be a
that.
kite, dude.
They
That's
say it
honestly
couldn't
not
be a
bad
plane
guess.
since it didn't move for a very long time. And it couldn't be a drone because of how high up it was for so long, and it was really windy that day. They also don't think it was some type of advertisement because of how high up it was. Now, I know it is possible this person could just be lying, but I don't think they were. If someone were to fake this, it's normally for attention. I doubt this person was looking for attention because their video is unlisted, not public. And don't worry, I emailed them before and asked for permission to include the link in the description of this. The only reason I was able to find the video was because they posted about it on my forum, which is practically dead right now, back in February. They never even reached out to me or anything like that, so I believe this was not a hoax or anything like that. One thing I thought would be interesting to see was to see if anyone else in that area had seen that. So I did a quick Google search for a cryptid sighting in Arcadia, California on that date, and I was not able to find anything about anyone else who saw this. As for actual explanations as to what this is, I honestly don't know. It could have been some type of sky creature, who knows? But if you want me to try to look at it from a different perspective, then there are a few things it could have been. I've seen some videos with pretty big balloons shaped as different things that could potentially look like this from a distance.
That literally looks like the one. What are you talking about? That literally looks like the exact thing right there.
However, I don't think that's what it was. If it was a balloon, then surely it wouldn't stay in one spot for hours like that.
Okay, it's an 11-second fucking video, buddy. It's not an hour-long video. We don't know that it actually stayed like that for hours. Anyone could say that. Secondly, sure it could. Why couldn't it stay there for hours? They fucking tie it to a goddamn stake, and why not? Why can't it just sit there for? That's a completely reasonable thing for a balloon to sit there for hours. What do you mean? Like, you think someone would take all that effort and time to make a big ass balloon to only fly for 20 minutes? Nah, I think that's a balloon.
There is one detail that could hint at what this is. The person who posted this said it was very windy on that day. With that said, maybe this was some sort of kite. If the kite were tethered to something and then left there, and if it were windy enough, then I can see how it might have been able to stay in a place up in the sky.
I thought that we were just talking about that. A kite, balloon, whatever, same fucking thing. That looks more like a balloon than a kite right there. But that's what I meant. So I don't know what he's going on about, but that I just said that.
Like that for hours. Although I'm not entirely sure if a kite could reach that height, since it's still difficult to figure out exactly how high up this was. But that's my guess.
I don't know if it's legal to have a kite that high up, but fuck it. Who cares? If I want to fly my goddamn giant 30-foot octopus kite, I'm gonna fucking do it, alright? And if helicopters can go around it, planes can fly over and under it, I don't give a shit, but don't fucking get in the way of my octopus kite.
A kite, or a legitimate unknown creature. And that covers the 3 cryptid sightings for this video. Hopefully you guys like the series, because I really had a lot of fun making this video. If you want to see more episodes of this, let me know in the comments, and be sure to list other cryptid sightings you want me to take a look at. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.
I'm sure there's like an air restriction, like you can't fly drones, for example, over a certain altitude unless you have like, and I don't know what the license is. You have to have like licenses and shit for drones, but like you can't go over a certain altitude where you're in planes, like where planes fly. That's like a federal fucking felony. I don't know if it's different for where you live or whatnot, but yeah, I know you definitely cannot fly drones in certain like airspace and altitudes. I'm sure kites are the exact same way. I don't see how they'd be any different. I don't know if there's like, you don't have to obviously have a license to fly a kite, but I'm sure if you had like a big ass fucking kite, like most people don't have to worry about it because kites don't go up that high. But if you had like one of those big balloon kites and you just had it on a really long string, just let it go and go and go and go, or a balloon, I mean, whatever you want to call it, I'm sure that's fucking illegal. Okay. Let's see if there's any more alien videos this guy has. I'm going to sort by most popular. Blue Whale Suicide Game. Ooh, Red Rooms. He does a video on Red Rooms. Red Rooms are interesting. The Hanging Munchkin. We'll do the Hanging Munchkin. I always like the Hanging Munchkin. I don't know. I feel like this is almost legit. Because when they re-released Wizard of Oz, they changed it.
The Wizard of Oz is a pretty iconic old movie that a lot of people loved. Despite this, some pretty controversial stuff happened on the set. For example, there was a scene where Judy Garland, the girl who played Dorothy, kept...
Kite strings aren't made to go that long, but what's to stop someone from rigging up something that... And I'm not saying it's a kite. I don't think it's a kite. I think it's a balloon of some kind. Like some kind of air-filled balloon that is attached to a rope or something. But who's to say someone couldn't make a rope that long? You know what I mean? Or a cable or something. I don't know.
Kept giggling, which messed up the scene. To get her to stop, one of the directors pulled her aside and smacked her across the face. One of the most unsettling incidents that are rumored to have happened on the set would be the myth of the Munchkin who hanged himself. Take a look at this clip, which is taken from the end of The Wizard of Oz.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, a wizard of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because.
Okay, side note, imagine living in a world where everyone just starts randomly doing, like, musical singing. That's not a... I mean, I can understand the Munchkin. I'm just saying. I can understand his point of view if he did hang himself. Like, I mean, I couldn't stand looking at these over-positive musicals going all over the place. And why is this a road? This is a fucking sidewalk. What kind of car is going to fit down this road? And it's definitely not a two-laner. I mean, shit. I mean, goddamn.
Because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
If you look in the background, you can see what appears to be a person hanging from one of the trees.
You can see it swinging.
According to rumors, this was one of the Munchkins that hanged themselves. The reason for hanging themselves varies from not getting the role they wanted to being upset that one of the female Munchkins didn't like them. Regardless of why they committed suicide, it is pretty chilling to see this clip here. This clip may be able to be explained away, though.
I heard that the official thing was that they were horribly mistreated on set. Like, horribly mistreated and underpaid. And one of them just broke and couldn't take it anymore and fucking killed himself. That's what I heard.
During the filming of this movie, the set was obviously inside, so to give the atmosphere more of an outside feel, some animals were borrowed from the Los Angeles Zoo to wander around the set. The supposed hanging munchkin we are seeing is actually just a crane that was on the set that spread out its wings. This became pretty apparent when a remastered version of the movie came out.
See,
and this is what the scene looked like.
That's why I think it's real, because they try explaining it like it's a bird. Like, get the fuck out of here. Then out of nowhere, this fucking emu, or whatever the fuck this bird is, fucking jumps on the Tin Man, pecks his eyes out through his little eye slits, and nibbles down his eyes, down his gullet. And then he turns around and he sees Dorothy. Dorothy starts running. And so the Scarecrow is sitting there trying to fight this thing to defend Dorothy. He sticks his beak through fucking the straw guy, just absolutely destroying him. And then this bird, she turns around, and the fog's rolling over the yellow road. She's looking around. More horror music's playing. There's nothing. I don't see nothing. All of a sudden, you hear flapping. And the fog bends at the bird as it lands in front of her. And then it just eats her whole. That would be awesome. And they're yelling, cut, cut, cut. Like, what the fuck? But the music's still playing. Like, this music's still playing. This is just a horror scene.
So as you can see here, it becomes much more obvious that there was only a crane here, and not a hanging munchkin. Yet still, that did not convince a lot of people.
You can actually see the rope that it's
The
hanging to.
remastered version still does look a lot different from the original version that we saw. The bird takes up much more room than the Munchkin, and the bird actually touches the ground, whereas the Munchkin does not. Because of this,
you can literally see a fucking rope right there. Like, that's not a bird. There's no way that's a fucking bird. There's no even shape of a bird. Like, if you're sitting there as, like, PR, and you're sitting there, okay, and deep down you know, like, legit, that is a guy hanging. Like, how do we explain this so people don't think it's that? Well, let's say, I don't know, it's a fucking flamingo. Like, what? Like, I mean, there's gotta be a better... Just say it was a set... Like, there's so many like, better excuses, and they always come up with the dumbest excuse. Like, I swear to God, they want people to, like, catch on to them. Why would you say it's a bird? I don't know, man.
Many people believe that the bird was just a CGI bird that was put into the remastered version to cover up the suicide. But what if I were to tell you that the remastered version was not the one being tampered with, but actually the original one was tampered with? You might be surprised to hear that in many of the old versions posted online, the crane was always there from the beginning. In fact, most of the videos that were posted on YouTube that show the hanging Munchkin actually came from a now removed YouTube channel called Suicidal Munchkin. Take a closer look at the clip with the hanging Munchkin again. On the sides of the trees, you can see something outstretched from each of them. As we know, in the version with the crane, it stretches out its wings, which reach to about the same areas. This would indicate
lies! Damn lies, I tell you! Fake.
That the video showing the hanging Munchkin was edited to take out the crane.
Nope.
But whoever edited it didn't take out the wings that outstretched to the sides.
Nope. It was definitely a suicide.
This can be proven even further when you see...
Alright, you don't need to keep going, alright? We had a cool thing going, and now you're ruining it.
A video posted by Radioactive since 1990, where he actually buys a version of The Wizard of Oz that is older than the one posted by Suicidal Munchkin. He shows us that scene of the movie, and alas, the crane was always there. And like I just said, this...
He obviously fucking edited the movie. Like, what? Still fake.
Was not the remastered version. It's older than the one put...
You have an altered VHS? You should put that baby in and record it. I want to see. I want to see.
Posted by Suicidal Munchkin. I'm not sure what
What's up,
further
MMA?
proof we need. Furthermore, there are just some common sense things that should make it pretty obvious that a Munchkin did not actually hang themselves on the set. For one, the Munchkin can be seen very clearly, yet the actors never broke character or acted like anything was weird at all. It's also hard to believe that none of the workers on the set noticed the Munchkin was there. In addition, all the forest scenes in the movie were filmed before the Munchkin scenes, so there would not have even been any...
Dude, like, actors are literally fucking trained to ignore everything and not be distracted. Like, that's not an actual valid... They, like, you could literally be just wanking on set. They're just gonna act like they don't see it. You CGI that out. So, I mean... I don't know. I mean, you can see that Scarecrow guy tripped and fell. I don't know if you saw that. He was shook. You see that? Look, we're gonna delve into this. Watch the Scarecrow guy on the far left. Once he sees the body, he is shook.
It's also hard
Right
to
here.
believe that none of the workers on the set noticed
Oh shit, he saw it. He's like, oh fuck, it scared him. Right as I get right in front of it, it scares him. That's proof. That's proof. That's all the proof we need.
Munchkin was
I don't
there.
need to hear any more else.
In addition, all the forest scenes in the movie were filmed before the Munchkin scenes, so there would not have even been any Munchkins on set.
Yeah, I want to see that, Ash. I want to see that.
In the Christian religion, you either go to heaven or hell when you die. There really isn't much tangible evidence of these realms, if they do exist, but some people believe that sounds from hell occurrence is evidence of these. According to the story, there were geologists working in Siberia who drilled a 9-mile or 14-kilometer hole into the ground. They measured the temperature inside the hole, and it was 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or 1,100 degrees Celsius. Finally, they lowered a heat-sensitive microphone into the hole, and to their astonishment, they heard the screams of thousands of souls suffering in hell. This is the supposed recording of the audio they had. This occurrence would mainly be used by religious organizations to claim
What's
they
up,
had
Big Hooper?
scientific proof of hell, and hopefully convert more people to Christianity. The story is actually not true, however, it is based off a true event. In 1984, there was an article published in Scientific American that described an experimental well in Russia's Kola Peninsula. The well actually only reached 12 kilometers, not 14, and the temperature was only 180 degrees Fahrenheit, or 82 degrees Celsius, and not 2000 degrees. And they never recorded any screams from hell. All of that was completely made up. So that just leaves us with what the sound recording that we just heard was. A YouTuber named Moscow Jade posted a pretty thorough debunking of the audio, where he identified areas of the audio that were just repeats that were copied and pasted, which would hint the audio was fabricated by someone.
Now let's
If someone murdered the monkey and hung him,
give
it would be the fucking
Let's
Dorothy.
ping pong them, see if they sound the same. There's one thing I hate about people in hell, it's that they seem to be very repetitive.
He pretty much concluded that the Sounds from Hell audio file consisted of screams from the movie Barren Blood layered over each other. Simple as that. If hell does exist, then this audio file is not proof of it.
Son?
For our final legend, we will take a look at
Sony?
Sony. According to this legend, a girl named Sony painted this self-portrait,
She looks fine as
scanned
fuck, I'll
it,
say. She looks cute.
uploaded it online, and then committed suicide. As a result, this painting is supposed to be cursed, and whoever looks at it is supposed to fall into such a terrible depression that they end up taking their life. Just like
By the way, after I've showed you the picture, there's the warning, like, you know, after you've seen it. By the way, you're gonna kill yourself now. That just saying. God.
like Sony did. Furthermore, people claim that if you stare at the picture for long enough, you can see her facial expression start to change into a more distressed look.
Whoa, does anyone see that? Holy shit. Wait, I kind of want to stare at this. Hold on. It looks like a distressed look. Okay. I don't know which eye to look at. I just keep switching. I don't know. Am I supposed to look at her nose? Her eyebrows? Her forehead? No, she looks the same to me.
Picture for long enough, you can see her facial expression start to change into a more distressed look. One of the reasons this legend needs to be somewhat known is because a lot of people claim to truly feel hopeless when they looked at it, and a lot of people also claim they swore they could see the face change when they stared at it for too long. Of course, this legend is also not true. The painting was not actually created by a suicidal girl. It was created by a Thai artist named Robert Chang using a computer program. She was a character for a screenplay he was working on called Tellurian Sky, and her name was Princess Rue. You can find out more about Chang's creation and his screenplay on his website. Regardless, all the people who believe they feel depressed and hopeless after seeing the picture, or claim to see it morph, it's just a placebo effect in action, since they are expecting these things to happen. That's why legends very similar to this are pretty common.
The placebo effect. I saw a video. These parents told their like 8 or 10-year-old child or 8-year-old child, whatever she was, that they were giving her an alcoholic beverage, and it was like alcohol mixed in like with apple juice or something. And the little girl drinks it, and she's like, she thinks she's drinking alcohol. Like, her brain is telling her that she's drinking alcohol even though she's not. And it's a placebo effect where she actually feels drunk. She's like slurring her speech and kind of wobbling. And it at first comes off as cringy. As like, oh, she looks like an idiot. Like, what a dumbass. But it's actually like a legit thing that your brain actually gets drunk in a way. Like, it's a weird... And I didn't know about this. I started reading up on it. But it actually can make, like, if you are tricked into thinking you're drinking an alcoholic beverage, you can actually become drunk. In a way. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, it's real.
Hopefully, most of you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you so much for helping me get to 200,000 subscribers. I know YouTube isn't really in a great state right now, but...
Okay. Let's see what else. The M Cave. This one, I've heard a lot about. I know I've seen a video. My dad actually, I think my dad watched this, or was telling me about this as well. But this is interesting. This is in Arizona, I believe, and Ryan Tremblay actually lives somewhat near this, kind of. But yeah, if you haven't heard about the M Cave, here you go. This will probably be the last video we do until we start winding down the stream.
Of the many popular outdoor activities that exist, hiking and spelunking can be very adventurous and rewarding. This hobby, of course, comes with many risks. Many caves are filled with dangerously high falls, falling objects, and then there's the risk of getting lost. In a previous video, I talked about a caver who encountered some strange occurrences on an expedition, but now we're going to take a look at a caver who wasn't lucky enough to return from his outing. Years ago, a YouTuber by the name of Snakebit McGee, real name Kenny, posted a comment on a video called Son of an Area 51 Technician. The comments on this video have been disabled now, but at the time, it described him going on a hike near the Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. During the hike, he found a cave shaped like a perfect capital M. As he approached the cave, his body began to vibrate. The closer he got to the cave, the more intense the vibrating became. Eventually, this feeling became too frightening, and he ran away from the cave. A lot of the responses he received were skeptical and demanded proof that this actually happened. He eventually responded saying he would go back again someday with a weapon and try to find the cave again. A few months later, he did as he promised and went back to the area to search for the cave. He even made a 20-minute long video documenting his search.
And I'm looking for a cave that I found, and something about that cave just spooked me. This one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt.
Although he saw some interesting animals, he was not able to find the cave.
Well, I did not find the cave.
A month later, Kenny announced that he was once again going back to the canyon to attempt to find the cave. He even offered for people to join along, but no one else came. One person left an unnerving comment that read, "No, don't go back there. If you find that cave entrance, don't go in. If you do, you won't get out." This person probably wasn't being serious, but it's still eerie to read that, considering the events that followed. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny set out on a 2-day hike to find the cave, but he never returned home. A month after Kenny went missing, his girlfriend left a comment on his last hiking video. She informed us that he never returned from the hike, and she called the police when he didn't return when he said he was supposed to. A search and rescue team was sent out, and they were only able to find a cell phone that he left behind near an entrance to an abandoned mine shaft. When they searched for Kenny inside the mine shaft, however, they were not able to find him. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened to Kenny, but there are 3 main theories that people have speculated on. One theory is that he died from natural causes in the canyon. Another is that he took this final trip to commit suicide. And finally, there's a theory that he was silenced by the government. Let's start with the first theory. This by itself already seems pretty plausible. I already mentioned before that spelunking and hiking has plenty of dangers as it is, but when you look at how few precautions Kenny actually took for these trips, it becomes clear that safety was not a huge concern of his. He rarely ever brought much food or water with him, just because he liked to make it more difficult for himself. He never brought a compass or a GPS, and the areas he hiked in weren't always the safest.
Because I didn't bring a whole lot of water, and I only got like 1 candy bar to get me through, but I like roughing it that way. I'm sure there's mountain lions out here.
I like coming underprepared.
As you can see, there's no water out here. You got to know which canyons to go down, otherwise you get lost up here. I don't bring a compass or anything.
He even talked about how on some of his hikes, his toenails would turn black and fall off. In his words, it would take him 3 days to recover from the abuse he put himself through. So it's definitely a possibility that something went wrong during his hike to find the cave, which subsequently led to his death. The next theory we have is that Kenny committed suicide. I was skeptical of this until I read the reasons why people believed it. I mentioned before that his girlfriend left some comments on his hiking video. We can confirm that this really is his girlfriend because on her channel, she has videos of the 2 of them together. In one of her comments, she says she believed that Kenny committed suicide because he had been battling depression for many years. A little more than a year before his disappearance, he quit his job and tried to make a living selling inventions that he made. This didn't go well, which led to financial problems, which resulted in him getting even more depressed. The fact that his father also committed suicide when Kenny was younger didn't help. At one point, his girlfriend asked if he was going to pull a Robin Williams on her, and he told her that if he did it, no one would ever find him. This theory is supported by a few things. For one, we can see videos of Kenny showcasing his inventions for his Shark Tank audition videos on his channel, so that confirms that part of her story.
My name is Kenny Veek, and I invented the new improved toilet paper roll holder for the household.
Second, Kenny said that if he killed himself, no one would ever find him. Well, no one ever did find him. In addition, Kenny left for his trip without bringing his camera. If he was truly going out there to find the M Cave, then surely he would have brought the camera. This would also explain why the search team was only able to find his phone. His girlfriend believes that he purposely left his phone behind so that his GPS couldn't be tracked. This seems reasonable to me, as I don't see any other reason why he would just leave his phone behind like that. All this put together really does make it seem like he may have gone out on this hike to end his life. The final theory is that Kenny was silenced by the government. Because the M Cave was supposedly spotted near the Nellis Air Force Base, which is somewhat close to Area 51, some people believe that the M Cave led to some type of secret underground military base. Some people theorize that Kenny found the cave, discovered something that he shouldn't have, and was then killed by the government so no one would find out. This would explain the vibrations that Kenny felt in his body when he first approached the cave. Many people speculate that the government can use infrasound to deter people from locations. Infrasound is pretty much just a low-frequency sound that can cause extreme uneasiness in people when they hear it. According to an article on popsci.com, specific frequencies can make one's body vibrate with high enough power. Maybe the M Cave was being protected by infrasound frequencies, and that is what deterred Kenny from going in the first time. If this is the case, then who knows what was being hidden in that cave? Whatever happened to Kenny, it's really sad that he had to go. No one may ever know what exactly happened to him. His body was never found, and no one has ever located the M Cave either. One thing is for sure, Kenny definitely left behind a pretty big mystery. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.
I think it'd be fun to go out there on like a fucking week-long hike and just fucking try to find his skeleton. That'd be kind of cool. The skeleton's out there somewhere. That hasn't moved unless someone picked it up, but I doubt that. And he said somewhere where no one would ever find me. So you start looking at the places where you'd think someone would say that, like little nooks and crannies, like little fucking, I don't know. Anyways. We got about another 20 minutes on stream. We're going to chill and talk for a little bit. We're not ending it yet, but we are going to chill for a bit. I'm going to put on some creepy music. Take mountain bikes. Only got one meme so far because I legitimately haven't been able to do editing because of my shitty. No worries, you got till Sunday, man. I always thought it'd be fun to like go hiking in Arizona. That just seems like such a fun fucking place to go hiking, especially if you're kind of close to Area 51, like in that general area. That would just be fucking awesome. What's up, the gamer? Then a bunch of bikers get arrested near... Dude, people get arrested near Area 51 like every day almost. Like, people always get too close, and once you cross a line, they can actually shoot you on sight. It's not the government, it's not the cops, it's a private agency, a security agency, and they have the clearance to kill you on sight, and they will not face any legal... and nothing. Like, they won't be in any trouble, no court, no nothing. It's perfectly fine for them to shoot you on sight. They usually don't. I mean, I don't know if they've ever shot anybody, like, for just crossing the line. I doubt it. I mean, they are human. They don't want to just kill people unless they're fucking psychos. which I don't think they are, but I'd be curious to know if they ever have killed anyone. I haven't, not that I know of, but new Call of Duty game. I don't play Call of Duty, but I think I did see it. Black Ops something. I saw a thing for it today. Yeah, Arizona really is the hot spot. Arizona is probably where you want to go if you're doing any kind of cryptid of any kind. They pretty much got everything. Let's do some purple. Yeah. What's up, Jacob? We're just ending the stream. Like, we got another, 15 minutes that we're just chilling, talking, asking questions, whatnot. But we watched some interesting shit tonight. Paco put something in my hair. He better not have. You hear me, boy? Yeah, I'm gonna cut my hair here soon. I think I'm getting sick of it. It's annoying in the summertime, man. Like when I work outside and there's just I'm sweating constantly because it's fucking hot as balls right now in Iowa. And my other option would just be put in a fucking ponytail. I don't know how to do that, but I could do this. That would be comfortable. If I had a little, whatever they're called, a little scrunchie, put a scrunchie back there, like little round things. I don't know. Paco done coomed on your head. Nah, man. Nah. Did I like Scare Theater? I did. I don't care for the watching cold case. Like, I do like cold cases. They are creepy, but not on stream. But if he did more like cryptids, like the M cave, for example, is very interesting to me. And I don't really consider that a cold cave just because, or a cold case kind of murder mystery, because it was tied to so much conspiracies, you know what I mean? Like with aliens and Area 51. That's why I think that one gets a pass. Hair ties, yeah, whatever they're called. Whatever them things that hold up your hair. I don't know. Badlands of South Dakota. I've been there. I've been to the Badlands. It's the only vacation spot I've ever gone to. I've never left the Midwest in my life. I've gone out as far as West Virginia. Technically, I did go into Virginia, so I did go out east a little bit. But I just, literally crossed the border, the street to Virginia. We went to a Dairy Queen in Virginia. And it was for a mission trip when I was a kid. And let's just say it was pretty dumb, and I didn't want to go in the first place because it's a mission trip. And I was forced into, this religious crap that I didn't really care about. And good on people who go on mission trips. I mean, if you're going to go help people. But it was I had to sleep in a church and do shit that I am not interested in, let's just say. It's just not my cup of tea, and I had to go. I didn't care for it. At all. At one point, we had to rebuild this chick's house, this old fat lady who, couldn't move or whatever, so, we rebuilt her trailer home. And the dirt in West Virginia is, yellow. It's, yellow. It's not dirt like Iowa. Iowa has, I guess, really fucking rich dirt. Very fertile soil. We have black dirt. Very fine, nice dirt. West Virginia is, yellow clay / dirt. It's not even, I've never seen anything like it. It's fucking nasty looking shit. But anyways, I was out there and fucking doing something. I can't remember what they had me doing. But, I saw a fucking tarantula get in a fight with a giant wasp. I'm not kidding. This wasp was fucking huge, and it was rainbow color, like when the sun hit it, it reflected different colors, and it killed this tarantula, and it drug it down the tarantula's hole in the ground. The tarantula came out of its hole, its den, and then the wasp killed it and drug it down its own hole. I said, I don't want to be here anymore. Can we please go? You live in Georgia and you got orange clay? Yeah, see, to me it's weird. Like in Iowa, we have just nice soil. Tarantula hawk? I don't know what it was, but it was fucking huge. Like, I don't know, man. It was big. Like, the spider was, like, it wasn't like a massive tarantula, but it was, like, definitely a tarantula, because it had, like, I can't remember exactly how big it was. Probably, like, that big. But it had, like, actual, like, I could see its hairs on its legs, and it was fucking orange and brown. Fucking nasty shit, and I hate spiders to begin with. I don't like things that sting. Do I believe aliens exist? Absolutely 100%. I could not be more confident in anything on this entire Earth that aliens exist. The question is, I don't think it's a question of whether aliens exist. They do. It's 100% fact. Even though we don't, it's like one of those things you can say it's a fact, even though we don't have the evidence to support it necessarily, in the public's eye, anyways. Because the galaxy is so big that we just in our observable universe, which means as far as we know that exists, but it exists further. Like, space could be never ending. We don't know. And to think that we're the only planet with life is absurdly stupid and doesn't even make sense. It's just such a stupid... The question is, do aliens exist on Earth? That is the question, which I believe is yes, they do, and they have for a very long time. The spider was not dead and doomed to be eaten. I mean, that's even more disturbing. Tarantula hawks kill okay. I don't care for what you're saying. It sounds terrifying and nasty. I mean, I was right next to this fucker. Like, right next to him. I mean, they were fighting, having a battle or death. I mean, I wanted to step on him, but, like, at the same time, the tarantula was so big that I didn't want to, like, have dread tarantula guts on my shoe. And walk around. It just grossed me out. If I were to catch one cryptid on camera, what cryptid would it be and why? It'd be Bigfoot. Easily, hands down, no doubt about it, because Bigfoot is the most famous one. Bigfoot is the one everyone's after. Bigfoot is the one that would get the most publicity. And Bigfoot is the one that would make the most cash. Straight up. And it's honestly my favorite cryptid because, again, of all the things I said above, it's the most popular one. There's definitely the most evidence for it around there on the internet. Easily Bigfoot. 100%. But if I were to say one that's not Bigfoot, that would be the more interesting question. At that point, I think I would probably say... almost Dogman, because it's another large predator that we don't know about. A large predator that we don't know about is a pretty big deal. Skinwalkers would be interesting. A Wendigo would be interesting. I don't know. They'd all be good. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. The Erickson Project. Erickson Project. It sounds familiar. What is it? You might have to remind me. It sounds familiar. Non-avian dinosaurs still be like, dude, if I could go back in time to any point, and I only get one pass, like you only get one pass, say, hey, you can go back in time, you're guaranteed not to get disease, die, you're like in a bubble, and you can't be hurt, right? Like, you could go to Normandy Beach and be on Normandy Beach, and you're not going to get shot. You're guaranteed to be fine. And no one else notices you're there. And you can just, for as long as you wanted, walk around or fly around and get to observe at any point in future, but you only get to pick one certain time period, one date or one specific, I would go back and see dinosaurs. 100%. I want to see a T-Rex. I want to see what dinosaurs fucking look like, man. I want to see what they fucking were like. And I think the T-Rex would be kind of similar to what the Jurassic Park one is. They didn't have feathers. We know that. T-Rexes did not have feathers. The smaller dinosaurs did. But I want to see what all these dinosaurs look like. My favorite real alien race, tall whites. Tall whites. They're the alphas. They are the in control guys. They're the most powerful ones. And obviously grays, like Paco here is a gray, small gray. They're exactly what he looks like. That's what they've been identified as. And tall whites look very human-like, except they're obviously 6 to 10 feet tall. They're huge. They're not buff. They're just tall and lanky. but they're extremely, extremely smart. Obviously, I mean, the Greys are their bitch. Like, the Greys look up to the Whites and be like, what do we do now? Like, what do you want us to do? I don't know if they're enslaved or what, but they're fucking... That's what I've heard. It's where they took supposed Bigfoot DNA and studied the genome. Wait, was that the one where they put the board down and with nails sticking up and like in front of the door, and then like it was a house known that Bigfoots were like fucking terrorizing and fucking with, and either they were playing or they were just curious or what, but a Bigfoot stepped on the fucking board and like left tissue and blood and like a bunch of DNA. Is that what that is? Caucasian people are just short ones, pretty much. Just not the intelligent part. I think Peter Kane did that too. Peter Kane is a legend. Test that DNA. I know the DNA they tested from that board was they found primate DNA in it. It wasn't human, and that's all I remember from it. It was they found primate something in it. Like it was some form of primate DNA, but it wasn't human. That's all I know. Did I ever look into having a movie night where we watch lost tapes? I haven't actually looked into it yet, if I'm being honest, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure exactly how I would do that. With copyright and all. Yeah, Peter King got the DNA a different way, that's true. Pleiadians are, is it the water dinos? Like a plesio? Like a plesiosaur? The other thing I'm interested in is the giants. The giants in Afghanistan. Like, there's actual giants that live there that are very, very hostile, that, like, live in caves or something. I haven't heard of them. Oh, is it the one where the Bigfoot's like behind the tree and looking at the camera, like pretty much almost dead last looking at it, or like looking to the side? I can't remember. There's a. Oh yeah, man, it sounds like a win-win to me. Another 5 minutes in the stream. Another 5 minutes. It's hot in here. I'm gonna turn my fan on in a second and relax. Remember, we will be streaming Sunday night. We'll be doing a meme review. And then also remember that... what else was I forgot what I was gonna say. Follow me on Twitter. And follow the Reddit. And then I forgot what else. I was gonna say something else. I forgot. Alright, Texas Panhandle. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Also, if everyone wants a cute pic of Serena, here she is. That's Serena. So everyone knows that is Serena. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you'd like. And tweet her. Serena, is this you? That's her. That's actually a photo she took. That's not a fake photo. That's actually her in real life. So. Alright, Nick Oxford. Thanks for tuning in, brother. See you soon. And then also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me check. Oh wait, where's the fuck is that? Screen. No, man, that's fucking my home button. You as well, Texas Panhandle. I will never call you Alaskan Gold Rush, by the way, ever, ever. The fuck was I gonna say? God damn it. Anyways, 2 minutes left in the stream. What are you doing under there, cat? Reload YouTube. I didn't even see you up there, buddy. God, I gotta stop saying buddy. I gotta stop saying buddy. Showcat. No, this is the nasty one, Ash. This is the gross one. I don't like her. She's dumb. Her fur's all matted up. I gotta take her in to get shaved. I don't like this cat. She irritates me. She always sits under the fucking desk. Pisses me off. No matter of fact, move. And how I scare my cat. Because they don't ever listen. And it annoys me how they don't listen. So, I just show them the taser. And they move promptly. They don't like the sound of that. I didn't tase my cat, so don't even think that. I'm not a dickhead. I mean, I am a dickhead, but not like that. They just don't like the sound of it. They get scared and they move. I don't have to fucking sit there and then you fucking try moving them with your foot, like nudging them, and then they give you attitude. And it's like, don't. So I just show my taser. I can show my other cat, though, if you want. This is Tessa Bear. Little Tessie. Say hi. Say hi. Up here. What are you doing? Are you tired? Your little arm hanging down. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Can you stand up? Like, this cat is so naturally fat. Would you quit slumping? Stand up. Use your muscles. Use your muscles. Stand up. Why are you slumping? Do I have to hold you? She's like a baby squirrel, really. There you go. I'm mean, she's just a naturally chubby cat. I've never had one of these before. She's just kind of chubby. Would you calm down? Sit down. Now she's just sitting. But she got little cheeks here. Let me touch her cheek. She actually has... Come on. Like, cheeks. Like, have you ever seen a cat that has cheeks before? You have a cat that looks like a road when she is prone. This is where you gotta look into, Tess. Right up here. See them? Right here. Say hi. You got anything to say in the mic? Huh? You want to sit down or you want to go? You want to go? There goes Tess. Oh, she looks like a toad. Your cat is currently licking your phone. I woke her up when she was having a cat nap. So she looked grumpy. Usually she'll jump up on my lap late at night and she'll just sit there and she'll sit on my lap and she'll be sitting up on my desk, like her upper half is on my desk, and she'll be like having her paws on my keyboard. She'll always touch my keys and like make my fucking keyboard do random shit. And she'll just watch videos with me. She'll just stare right at the screens. I have 3 screens, and I'll put on one of the screens, I always put like a bird video on there for her so she can watch birds. What's up, kitty? We're unfortunately just ending the stream right now, but you're welcome to rewatch the stream. It'll be up. I think it has a buffer or a process for a little bit, but the stream will be back up if you want to rewatch it. You're totally welcome to. You have a cat that leaves you sacrifices on your back porch. When I was a kid, we had a cat like that. They would bring dead rabbits and baby bunnies and squirrels and shit like that. And the funny thing is, cats do that because cats do that to humans because they don't think you're capable of hunting for yourself. So they're trying to feed you. They're trying to keep you alive. It's kind of like a dark, cute thing that they do. Like they're killing these animals for you. They want you to be not hungry. Like they're trying to feed you. Cats are kind of weird in that way, but I mean, it's kind of cute in a way. I got big. Yeah, I got 3 curved 27 inches. This one, monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3. I got my nice L-shaped desk. Got all the space to just do things all the way over to here. But yeah. So anyways, guys, we're going to end the stream there. Thanks for everyone who tuned in tonight. And curved, you say. Yeah, curved. They got curved to them. But yeah, no, I'll be live Sunday night. So make sure to tune in. And if you don't, that means that a scorpion will be inside your bed sheets when you go to sleep. And it will sting you multiple times. Anyways, yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. I'm kind of drunk. I'm going to go maybe have another beer and then hit the hay. So I'm already starting my speech. Yeah, take care. Wash your booties. Don't get the coronavirus. And take care, guys.